Settle down, fellas. All right, my first guest is an Academy Award-nominated actor who is making his feature film directorial debut with Women vs. Men, which premieres on Showtime on Sunday, August 4th. Please welcome Chazz Palminteri.
You got a cool name.
Conan is
Conan.
not as nearly as
Is that a cool name, Conan? Come on, that's a good name.
Yeah, right, great.
Come on.
Thank you, applause sign. No, you know, we rode a plane together at the beginning of the week. I had to fly out to LA on some business, and you were flying out. And I'm getting off the plane, and all this, you know, flight attendants and everything are saying, "See you next time, Chazz. Good to see you, Chazz." And I'm like, that's a cool name.
It is. It's about It's my name.
Yeah, it's not bad. Now, we just did this piece at the top of the show where we're talking about, like, foreign imports.
Right.
I'm curious, one of the things would be weird, like, when they show my show in a foreign country, they just leave it in English, because they don't want anyone to know what I'm saying. Yeah. But your films, when they show your films,
right, they
dub them.
Yes.
What's that experience like when you see a foreign voice coming out of your head?
Well, I saw Bronx Tale in a movie that I did in Japanese. And my character, it was very strange because in Japanese language, you're always mad, and I'm walking around. I play in Bronx Tale, for those of you who saw it, I play this character, Sonny, and I'm walking around. And it's the scene where I throw everybody in the bathroom and go, "Taba, sima taba, taba." And I got my finger like this, you know.
Right. So it actually works, because it works with the anger and the rage of your character.
I saw it in Japanese, and I saw it in German, you know, "Slick slang, ning slag." It was very...
What's he slicing? How does he speak? Like, settle down. So it must be hard to get used to. Like,
it is hard. It's always hard. But I watch it and I laugh. You know, my son Dante gets a kick out of it. He puts it on sometimes and he laughs. You know, so it's fun.
Is the voice ever like much deeper or higher than your voice? Because it would bug me if they dubbed me with someone with like a really high or higher voice.
You wouldn't believe it, but in Italian, where I'm Italian, the Italian version where the guy is really close to my own voice. It's really scary. They got somebody like really close to me, really close. So it was pretty, you know, disturbing, like, in a way.
You thought maybe that's me, and I know
maybe
Italian.
That's me,
yeah.
I don't know that. I don't know.
You're of course you're from the Bronx.
Oh yeah, born and raised in the Bronx. That's right.
Have you been back there lately? Do you ever go to the old neighborhood?
I go back to my 187th Street and Belmont Avenue all the time. I go back there all the time. In fact, I was just back there recently, but I don't like to go back too much because every time I go back, I know a lot of the no-neck guys there, you know, the wise guys there, you know, and they're great guys. I love you guys, wherever you are.
Yeah, don't get them mad.
No, they're very nice guys. Hey, we're always pals, right? We're always together, right, guys? Yeah. Anyway, one of them came over to me. He wanted to get involved. He wanted to open up a restaurant.
He wanted to open up a restaurant with you?
With me. He said, "I'll put up the money. We'll use your name, you know, Palminteri is Italian." And I said, "Nah, I really don't want to do it." First of all, the guy's name is Johnny Cutthroat. Now, that's number one.
Never try. When a guy has a nickname to begin with, that's not good.
His nickname is Johnny Cutthroat. I said, no. A guy like him, what are we going to serve? Broken leg of lamb? You know, I mean, so I'm like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, forget this guy.
Yeah.
So.
Bing.
Yeah. So anyway, it'll be, you know, my luck, it'll be a restaurant at night. It'll be a bookie joint at daytime. He goes, "But we want to put about 5 or 6 phones on the wall." I said, no, forget it. So I kind of, then walking out.
Did you say forget about it?
No, I said, forget it. I was like a gentleman. As I was walking out, he goes, "Oh, Chazz, wait a minute, come here." And he walks over to me, swear to God, Conan, puts his arms around me, goes, "You ever have a picture taken with the FBI?" And I said, "No." He goes, "Come on outside." Puts me in a headlock, and we walk outside, and he's waving to these buildings all around the neighborhood. Knowing, you know, there I am. What can I tell you?
So now you're getting audited.
No,
you just went for a cup of coffee.
I'm on file right now. I know I am.
So it must be hard because these guys, all these guys, and maybe friends of yours that you grew up with who aren't doing nearly as well as you, they read in the newspaper maybe if you make a big deal or you shoot a movie or you're directing something. Do they hit you up for money?
Yeah, well, the first thing, anybody, any of your friends, any of you guys out there, if you ever become actors and you get on television or become famous, all your friends think you're making millions of dollars. I had all my friends, one of my friends, my good friend Timmy Knapp, he called me up, he says, you know, Chazz, could you lend me $25,000? No, I said, $25,000? I said, you know, that's a lot of money. Are you in trouble? What do you need it for? He goes, well, we want to buy a house, and I need it for a down payment. I said, but you're not going to be able to pay me back, you know? How could you pay me back? I said, I know what's going to happen. You're going to pay me dribs and drabs, then you're not going to give me the rest, and we're not going to become friends. I can't give you $25,000. I said, you want to borrow $500? I could give you that, not $25,000. He goes, all right, let me $500.
You know.
You see, that's the neighborhood mentality.
Right.
Start out at 25.
Yeah. He didn't want 25.
He didn't want 25.
He probably only wanted 50.
Who knows? I might have said 1,000. Take 1,000. 1,500. Take 1,500.
Right.
He
He's
was
just trying to buy some ring dings down the street.
Anything.
Let's talk about men versus women.
Yes.
This is your directorial debut.
That's right.
This is exciting.
Yes, very exciting. Yes.
This is a different, because it's one thing to be in front of the camera, and you've had many experiences. You've written, you've been in front of the camera, but now you're directing.
Now I'm directing. Well, I got a great cast of Joe Mantegna, and Paul Reiser, Christine Lottie, Robert Pasquarelli, Jennifer Coolidge, Glenn Headley. A great cast of actors, you know, and I was really excited about getting these people together. And, you know, it's a wonderful script written by David Burke, and I was really very excited by it. And we put it together, and we made this movie on August 4th on Showtime.
Yeah. Now, this is, I would think, one of the things as a director that you have to do is you're responsible for sort of the truthfulness, the veracity of everything in the film.
Right.
You've got to go, you got to research, you got to go on location. Like, tell us what you were doing.
Well, in this movie here, it's about this married couple, and she follows him to a lap dance club. So, you know, I had to learn about lap dancing, so I had to do a lot of research. So, come on.
I like how this is the one you choose to direct. I got to really make sure I know everything about it.
So I told my lovely wife, John, I said, honey, I have to go do research. So I visited every lap dance club in Los Angeles and New York. And it was work, fellas. It was work. Come on, guys. So it was funny. I was sitting down once, and I said, well, maybe I should get a lap dance and see what this is like.
Right.
You know, I said, you know, because I have to...
You can't ask your actors to go through anything that you yourself won't go through.
Thank you very much.
That's just good leadership.
Thank you, Conan.
Yeah.
My wife, John, are you listening to what he's saying? All right.
Yeah.
So I was getting a lap dance at the time, and I'm learning. But what she's doing, I'm not getting excited. I'm watching. I'm saying, okay, I could shoot it this way and shoot that way. Went behind me, and my cell phone goes off, and I pick up. I said, excuse me 1 second, and who is it? My wife. Cool. And I said, honey, I'll be with you in 1 second, but I'm getting. Well, you want to talk to Trixie? Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. How are you, Mrs. Palminteri?
But she understood. And the funny part of it, the girl I was getting a lap dance was Danielle, who was a beautiful girl, who I happened to put in the movie. She was terrific. But I asked her, I said, Danielle, I said, wait a minute, no, don't try that.
I didn't say anything. Now, wait a minute. Here's what I love about that.
No.
Here's what I love about that.
I knew the band was going to say something.
This is the thing is, I didn't say anything. I was good. It's the band starts laughing.
No, guys, I put her in the movie because she was the best actor in the... I had to put her in the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
They know her, clearly. They play there every night, I'm sure.
You know, it's an old saying, never go out with a girl if the whole band knows her name.
Yeah,
Always remember that. Always remember that.
So her name was Daniela?
Her name was Danielle, and I said, but what's your real name? And she said, well, my real name is Frosty.
What?
I swear my hand to God. I said, Frosty? I said, but how did you get Danielle? She goes, no, Danielle, but how did you get Frosty? She goes, I was born, and it was a very frost night. It was a big frost. Right. My mother called me Frosty, which I found out weird. Frosty, but now she's Daniela in the club. So
right. It's like, what's your real name? Chesty. Why?
Chesty. Why?
Well, I had a lot of chest colds when I was young.
Well, but all their names, you know, Misty, Rainy. It's like a weather report. You know? Misty, Rainy, Stormy, Frosty.
Yeah.
You know.
They're all nice girls.
Yes.
Should get to know them. Women versus Men premieres August 4th on Showtime. So everyone check that out. Chazz, very cool to have you here. Always a pleasure. Chazz Palminteri, Henry Kindler is coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.